All right, y'all. Another LJ Ravens offense video. Last week I said I questioned whether they could win games, especially playoff time, playing as much off schedule as they did against San Francisco, as good as Lamar is off schedule. So come back this week, and this is what it looks like when you play on schedule. 56 points. Lamar looks like every bit of the MVP because I said last week, it's not that he can't do it, it's that he didn't do it in that game. But when he does it, and I know he's capable of it, this is what it looks like. So let's go through this here, all right? I just love watching this stuff. So great play design right here. You're going to see, it's what I call bullets. So we're going to come up here, we're going to anticipate man-to-man, and we're going to try to set a rub for the back who's running this kind of shoot bullets route down the sideline. So you see right there, we get a little interference right there. Nice job by Likely avoiding the OPI. And then again, one hitch, ball's out, boom. Ball is right on the money, right there to his back. And this was the theme all day long. Love it. Motion across, got a hot situation. Free hitter right here. Doesn't matter. Know what I'm doing. I have a pressure plan. See Lamar come back. Boom. Guy doesn't even get close to him on the hot because he's got a plan. He knows what he wants to do with it. He knows where his issues are, and he knows where the open guy is. Hits the back foot. Ball out of his hands. Beautifully done by LJ. Okay, we're going to motion, and we're going to come back to this same play that we just saw. Coming off here, idea is to create interference. Now we're running the bullets, shoot down the sideline right here. Now I'm not a huge fan of receivers going out of their way to set rubs, okay? So this is just kind of a teaching point. I don't have any problem with this guy coming down and running a route and trying to create interference here. So we used to always say, and depending on how you do this, if you want to throw it down the field or throw it up the field, we would always say, I want you to run at his upfield shoulder, okay? So his near shoulder, with the idea of forcing him to go over the top because we would make our first throw this quick throw right here. If you're trying to throw the deep one, then we would tell him go at his upfield shoulder, okay? So meaning go high end of him, trying to force him to go underneath so then we could throw it over the top. So just depending on where we want to do it. We want to do it the underneath part of the shoulder, over part of the shoulder, depending on how we're throwing this. But I hate this guy going out of his way to set the rub because then if this guy does cover the back, we've got nothing beyond it because we haven't run a route there. So try to do it running your route, getting the same effect. Okay, so I think that's Bateman there, tries to get back into his route, but you see how it messes up the route and he doesn't really become an option because he covers himself up. But nonetheless, back, one hitch, boom, ball's out once again, ball's on the money. This is beautiful football right here. And this was all game long, perfect passer rating. As I said, 56 points, unstoppable. Okay, play action play. You have a play action, post, over. We're trying to get out here and run the shoot down here and then get somebody out into the flat from there. But again, as it plays out, you see it. We take the backside guy. This safety goes to the post. I'm coming to hit the over, and you see it already coming out of his hands. Back, set, one hitch, boom, ball's out. Nice catch. Little help right there, which you always need in a perfect rating game. Always going to be, not always going to be perfect. Need a little bit of help from your friends. But great timing once again. Here we go. Coming off. Play that I like to call wrap. Now usually I just hook the inside guy and let the other guy wrap around, and they actually run this guy out. But regardless, you come out and you're reading this defender. You get the inside defender to turn and open that way. You read that backside defender, come back. There you go. You read him, okay? I would have had no problem if LJ comes off and says, I'm going to wrap this right around him because this guy clamps here, but he also feels this guy has a step. Either way, doesn't matter to me because he's decisive. Ball's on the money. He's getting the ball out of his hands. He's seeing it, one hitching, whatever he's comfortable with on that one hitch. He's ripping it, playing confidently, playing inside the pocket, playing in rhythm. Dolphins can't even get close to him. No chance for a bad play, running around, getting sacked. Now this one, it looks like he holds the ball longer in the pocket. But what I want you to see is they're running an in pump here, and then they're running what we call a spin route. So this guy's running the hook kind of like the play that we just saw, right? It was the hook and the wrap around it, but now we're going to wrap pump it, and then we're going to spin this, so we're going to hook, and then we're going to spin him down the sideline. So this is a play that takes longer in this situation, and then we're going to drop somebody underneath right here. So takes a little bit longer. We're looking at the pump. Pump's not there, free safety back. Okay, let me go look at the spin. Spin not there, somebody chasing him, boom. I'm going to replace right underneath to that number 3. And again, this is good timing because of how the timing of everything plays out. The spin just started to take off. He replaces it with the shallow. As soon as that guy chases him, it's really, really good football here by the Ravens offense. All right, so this play I used to call it Hickey. So it's a hitch in an inside fade. A lot of people will run a stick right here. It's why I call it Hickey. There actually looks like they're running a shallow right here. But the idea is simply we get a one high safety. We get a press look on our inside fade. That's where we want to go with the football. LJ just has to buy a little bit of time up in the pocket, letting his guy separate, and then puts another good ball out there. Great catch by OBJ. And again, these kind of games, you need a little help from your friends. Good ball, great catch. Set him up for another touchdown. What you're noticing on all these, it's back, hitch, go. Okay, so play action right here. Trying to get this deep hook, which I think he has a shot at that deep hook. But then off of this motion, we're just running a shoot down the sideline here. And it's great recognition by LJ. Again, so he's actually, maybe this guy's supposed to be coming out of here because he turns to the outside, even though he hooks there, turns to the outside. Maybe that's what allows LJ. But either way, it's great vision by LJ to see what's going on down the boundary. Is that they screw up what their man-to-man coverage, and this guy starts to spin and go back and cover this guy, thinking this guy is going to pass it off. They end up both going to cover the inside guy. LJ sees it, steps up in the pocket, one hitch, great throw down the sideline. Leads to a big play touchdown here for the Ravens. Love this. Okay, so we're going back to a one high. They're dropping down to man-to-man coverage, bringing pressure. What LJ recognizes is this guy's man-to-man on the backside right here. Okay, so what happens if we go one high and we get man-to-man, what we always want to do is we always want to peek this guy. So you see LJ's eyes over here. Peek this guy. If that guy stays down in man-to-man, stays low, and we've got any kind of an over here, that's the throw we want to make. This is the huge open area. That's the easiest throw right in front of the quarterback. And because of the space, watch this. Sees the clamp on the backside, no problem. Boom, step up, finds that void. Another great catch, one-handed catch by Likely, but great recognition by LJ, stepping up in the pocket, making a great throw, great read, on time, getting the ball in the end zone. I think that was a huge fourth down play as well. Okay, then you get a little help from your play design. Okay, a little play action right here. Likely's going to block. It's one of the hardest things. Man-to-man coverage, when your guy blocks, you look to find business elsewhere. They block Likely here for a second. Then he's going to drag back to this side. And again, you see on time, knows where he wants to go with it. Boom, ball's out, walk-in touchdown over there. Okay, little RPO it looks like here. Reading this linebacker who's tucked inside. Shoot, I'm going to take it. Okay, really has his choice right here when he comes off of this. Because we have press on the outside, I tell you quarterbacks all the time, you got press on the outside and off with number 2. Really think flat first most of the time. Doesn't mean the slant's not going to win, but sometimes this guy can get in the way, and the easiest throw sometimes becomes the flat. So there it was. You can take the flat. You got all this distance between these two. But again, there's nothing wrong with the slant if your guy's going to win on the slant, because as long as this guy moves over, you've got a great window there. Either one works. Just always like quarterbacks to see pre-snap, okay? If this guy's pressed and this guy's off, then obviously we're always going to think slant first. So we just want to kind of play to our advantage and where the quickest throw is, where the hardest cover is by the defense. But thrown a million slants against press just like this. But look at the timing. Boom, off, hits the back foot, ball's on the money. We're rocking and rolling. And then another look at another touchdown, because it's very similar to the one we saw with Likely. Another great play design. Block down with Ricard. Block down so we get all the action, everybody thinking we're going this way. Then he's just going to drag out the backside right there for the touchdown. Once again, basically the same exact play, just run a different way. Nice one-handed catch by the big fella. Once again, help your quarterback out. Had a couple perfect ratings in my career. It was never all by myself. I always needed a little help from my friends to get there. Lamar got that, and that's what's so beautiful about this Ravens offense this week, is playing on schedule, on time, within the play design. All of those things together is what this offense can do, what it can look like, and what Lamar Jackson can do as a quarterback. He is the complete quarterback, specifically when he plays on schedule, as we saw in this game.